Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am, which three men in a boat?
At ma'am.
Screen recording na.
Ma'am.
इधर
Ma'am.
मैम
Ma'am.
इसको पेड़
Ma'am.
या 1 second wait.
Yes, ma'am. Good afternoon, ma'am.
Yes, good afternoon. A very good afternoon.
Ma'am.
Yes, a very good afternoon. Please do not talk now in the between. Whatever there is problems, we'll discuss later on. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So today we are going to learn a new lesson. That is lesson number 3. 3 men in a boat. Okay. So this is a humorous travel log. Now humorous means a funny. Okay. A funny travel log. 3 men in a boat was written by an English writer and humorist. So who has written, that person's name is Jerome Kelpke Jerome. Okay, he was born on 2nd May 1859 and died on 14 June 1927. The novel was published in 1889. So this novel which we are going to do today, that is 3 Men in a Boat, was published in the year 1889. It is a humorous account of a boating holiday on the river Thames. So the name of the river is Thames, between two famous places, Kingston and Oxford. Okay, now about this person, that is Jerome K. Jerome. Now he is a British writer of the Victorian period. So this author, that is Jerome K. Jerome, okay, he has written this during the Victorian period, best known for his comic novels. His most famous work is 3 Men in a Boat. Jerome Kelpke Jerome, or you can say Jerome K. Jerome, was born in the village of Cadmore near Birmingham in central England. And Jerome's father was a ironmonger. Now, ironmonger means a person who sells hardware or household implements. Okay. So he was an ironmonger and a preacher. Preacher means telling about God. So he was a preacher. The family enjoyed a middle class lifestyle for many years. Although a series of bad investment forced them into poverty, because due to some problems they became poor. Poverty means poor. When Jerome was 2 years old, because of this the family had to leave their house. Now they had become poor, and at that time Jerome was only 2 years old, and they had to leave the house where they were staying, and he spent his childhood as a poor boy. So the writer or the author, Jerome K. Jerome, okay, his childhood days was spent as a poor boy. Okay, Jerome's financial situation went from bad to worse. So they already were poor, their condition was going from bad to worse. At the age of 13, when his father died, that is, when Jerome's father died, when he was only 13 years old. So after that, after 2 years, what happened? His mother also passed away. So when he was 13 years, his father passed away. So when he was 15 years, his mother passed away. And Jerome was forced to drop out of the grammar school to work menial jobs. Menial jobs means he didn't know any skills. Okay, without mastering the skills, he was working. So just wherever he got a job, he worked. Despite this difficult circumstance, Jerome developed a passion for literature, politics, and the theater. Okay, see, despite of all the difficulties where in his childhood he faced, still he developed the passion for literature, politics, and theater. Now we move on to the lesson. Three men in a boat. Okay, on your page number 23. The three men, sorry, the speaker and his two friends plan to travel in the story. Montmorency, their dog, silent observer. So, dear children, these are the three characters. You can say the speaker and his two friends. So, total three men. Okay, total three men. Okay, they plan for a travel in this story. So in this story they are going to plan for a travel. And who is Montmorency is their dog. They have one dog with them. So there are three friends, they have a dog. Okay, and the dog is a silent observer. He is only there with them. Okay, now there were four of us. In your textbook, if you see what is written there, there were four of us: George and William Samuel Harris. So you can call him only as Harris. His full name is William Samuel Harris. So the narrator or the speaker, you can say, was K. Jerome. So he is one, second is George, and third is Harris. So these are the three men. Can you see on your screen the three men? Where is written H? H, he is who? Harris, and he is Jerome K. Jerome and George and Harris. Okay, and Montmorency, we were sitting in my room and talking about how bad we were. Bad from the medical point of view, I mean, of course. So, what is this Jerome saying? That they all were sitting in one room and they're talking about their condition. Now, which condition? About their medical problems. Okay, they were sick. They all were discussing about what disease they have. So, that is called as a medical point of view. Okay, so they were saying that how bad we were from the medical point of view. We were all feeling seedy and we were getting quite nervous about it. We were all feeling seedy. Seedy means not keeping well, unwell. The meaning here is unwell. Okay, we were all feeling unwell and we were getting quite nervous about it. All of you nervous, you know what is nervous. Okay, because they were sick. When you're sick, what you feel? You feel very nervous. So they were feeling very nervous because they were feeling they are all sick. Three of us felt such extraordinary fits of giddiness. Okay, now here what it is meant. Three of us felt such extraordinary fits of giddiness means three of them is these three men that you can see on the screen. That is George, Harris, and Jerome. K. Jerome. Okay, you can I may call him as a narrator or a speaker because he is only the person. Okay, so these are the three persons, and what these three persons are saying that they are very extraordinary. They are feeling fits of giddiness. Giddiness means something that you're feeling that everything is moving. Chakkarana. Yes, giddiness means feeling that everything is moving and that you are going to fall. So that is the meaning of giddiness. So they're feeling that they're extraordinary, having fits of giddiness, come over come over us at times that we hardly knew what we were doing. So they didn't know, they were feeling the extraordinary fits of giddiness. They didn't know what they are doing. So with me means who? It is with K, Jerome, or Jerome K. Jerome. With me, he's saying. With me, it was my liver that is out of order. So Jerome is saying that his liver was out of order. I knew it was my liver that was out of order because I had just been reading a patent liver pill circular. So now what is patent? Patent means having a license or a copyright. So he was reading that liver pill circular. He was reading, okay, in which were the details, the various symptoms by which man could tell what his liver was out of order. I had them. Now what it means? He means that when he read that circular, in that all symptoms were given. Okay, if you have a liver problem, this pain will happen, this pain is going to happen, your stomach is going to pain, your this is going to. And what he was feeling is, as he was reading, he was feeling, I have all those symptoms. Okay, he was feeling all those symptoms are there, that means I have a liver problem. That is said by Jerome. Jerome said that I have my liver, okay, that was out of order, because when he read that circular, okay, all the signs and symptoms he could see in himself, and that is why he says that I have a liver out of order. It is most extraordinary thing, but I never read a patent medicine advertisement without being forced to the conclusion that I am suffering from the particular disease. Okay, so therein dealt within its most virulent form. The diagnosis seems in every case to correspond exactly with all the sensation that I have ever felt. So what he's saying, Jerome is saying that whatever that I'm reading, okay, all that problems or that disease I'm having, okay, and virulent means contagious infection, okay, contagious infection. Now for example, now you are having the coronavirus, that is also contagious, means passing from one person to another. So that is what he is also feeling. The diagnosis seem in every case to correspond exactly with all the sensation that I have felt. So he's feeling whatever he's reading, whatever the circular is saying, all those disease he can feel it, and he feels that. I remember going to the British Museum one day to read up the treatment. Okay, so he remembers going to the British Museum one day to read up with the treatment for some slight alignment means some disease. So he had gone to a British museum and he was reading a treatment, okay, and that is of some alignment means some disease of which I had a touch. Hay fever, I fancy it was. I got down the book and read all I came to read. So he was reading when he went to this museum, he was reading, okay, a book, and that was a treatment for some disease or some illness of which I had a touch. Hay fever, I fancy it was. I got down the book and read all I came to read, and then it was it in an unthinking moment, I idly turned the leaves and began to lazily study disease. Generally, I forgot which was the first distemper. I plunged into some fearful, devastating scourge, I know, and before I had a glance had down the list of premonitory symptoms, it was borne in upon me that I had fairly got it. So what happened? He had gone to the museum, and he was reading the book on some disease only it was. But what happened, whenever he was reading, he was feeling that same problem he has. Okay, whatever science symptoms, that same he has. And so he goes on reading. Okay, and he starts turning the pages of the book. And then what happens, I forgot which was the first distemper. So, which first page was reading, he had already forgotten about the disease. He had forgotten which page, first page was reading. I plunged into some fearful, devastating scourge. So, suddenly he opened the pages. Okay, into devastating means in a very highly damaging. Okay, trouble causing. Surge means trouble. So, he's saying devastating surge, that is highly damaging troubles. I know, and before I had a glance half down the list of premonitory means something unpleasant is going to happen, some unpleasant, that is the signs and symptoms, and it was borne in upon me, and that I had fairly got it. So he was like a hypochondria means thinking that or he's only worrying that whatever he's reading, that he's having those disease he's having. Okay, some serious illness or sickness that he's having to himself. So that type of a person was this Jerome K. Jerome. Whatever he reads, he would feel, this is happening for me and I have this disease. So he felt that he has all those disease, okay, sicknesses. I sat for a while, frozen with horror, and then in this listlessness of despair, okay, I again turned over the pages. I went through 26 letters, and the only illness I could conclude I had not got was housemaid knees. So, as he was reading and reading the book, okay, and all the signs and symptoms that he was reading in that book, he felt for himself all this disease he has. He only thought that one disease he doesn't have, and that is the housemaid knees. Housemaid knees means a disease that is where your knees pain. Okay, so he's telling only I don't have that disease. Rest all the types of disease I have got, he says. Now, listlessness means state of being without enthusiasm. Okay, so this is what Jerome K. Jerome is saying, that he is unwell and he has all the type of the disease, okay, and all the signs and symptoms that he is reading, and he all has. Only one disease he does not have, and that is the housemaid illness. Housemaid's illness. So this is the one disease that Jerome doesn't have. Which is that disease?
Housemaid.
Knee. Housemaid. Yes. Now housemaid knee means what? Knee pain. Okay. Yes. Okay. I shall proceed front. I sat and pondered. I thought, what an interesting case I must be from a medical point of view. What a acquisition I should be to a class students would have no need to walk the hospital if they had me. So what is he meaning to say? He's telling that he is a good example for all the disease. Okay, and he would have been a very interesting case from the medical point of view. If any student is learning about the disease, no, they need not go for different type of patients, they can come only to him, because he says that he has got all the type of disease. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So that is what Jerome is saying, that he's having all the type of disease. Okay, if they had me, I was a hospital in myself. And he says that I am a hospital in myself. Why he says this? Because he's having all the types of disease. Now, when we go to a doctor, we go to the different doctors. If we have a problem with a nose, we go to a ENT, right? So there are specialized doctors. Okay, but here what he's saying is, in my I was a hospital in myself means all the type of disease he's having, all they need to do would be to walk around me and after that take their diploma. So this is what he's saying, that the students what they can do, they can just walk around me and take their diploma. He says that such a type of person is that he's having all the type of disease. Then I wondered how long I had to live. I tried to examine myself. I felt my pulse. So he's telling now how long am I going to live. Okay, he started examining his pulse. Where do you examine your pulse?
Near left hand
Wrist, yes, very good. So he also started feeling his pulses. I could not at first feel my pulse at all. Then all of a sudden, I seemed to start off. So when he started checking for his pulses on his wrist, he could not find the pulses, okay, on his wrist. Then all of a sudden it seemed to start off. So suddenly he again felt that it has started. He could feel the pulses. Okay. So, dear children, this much you have understood.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, one more.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah, ma'am, left, huh?
Who's that?
No, ma'am, it's there. Where?